Hello, I'm Isaac Matthews, and this is Worldview Connections, Worldview on the Family. This episode is specifically about how much time your child spends at home or at school, how much time you have together as a family to think about this. This is some information I share with my students as a teacher, and over 10 years of teaching as an educator, I become aware of this. And the big question is starting off here, how much time do I spend at school? If a child is thinking about this in their life, they feel like they're always in school. They don't feel like they're ever having fun. As a teacher, I know this personally, this attitude. But are you ready for your mind to be blown? Yeah, right, like whatever. Some people may think it's a stupid topic, but this is actually quite significant. I mean, are you ready for your mind to be blown, especially as a parent? Let me show you the data, okay? Time a child spends at school every year. So you can pause this and look at the math, check my math. Let me know in a comment below if I'm right or wrong. Here's the math though. So you look at this map, the school map of the calendar. They mapped out the time. They've figured out how much, 180 school days in a calendar year. I've taken all the total hours. I've deducted hours from sleeping and away from home. Let's get into the charts here. This is just to show you though the math. So like I said, if you question it, come back to this, pause it, let me know. Your child and children are at school only 11% of the calendar year. That's the mind-blowing part. We think that kids, I used to think until I was a teacher and did the math on this and started thinking about it, how much time in a calendar year is a child at school? Only 11%. And that's not very much when you think about it. And I share some of this information with my students. Again, there's other presentations I share with my students, but this is more for parents and adults to think about this, to get a perspective. So away from school is 89% of the calendar year. So children spend more time sleeping than they do at school. There's that 44% of sleeping, four times more uh, sleeping than they do at school, learning with their teacher. So a lot of pressure they put on teachers is, honestly, before I became a teacher, I never had that perspective on my mind of, I don't feel like I have these kids in my classroom very much. And I really don't. Of course, we try to maximize that time, have a great purpose at school, make every minute count for sure. And this quote I always get my students to think about: if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion, for what your passion will lead you right into your purpose. So I try to get every child to try to utilize that time and do the best they can, and especially making that time together at school with me as a teacher the best we can with their peers as well. And I talk a lot about no bullying and treating each other with respect and kindness, treating people the golden rule, how you want to be treated. But really, as a teacher, I promise every student I'm going to give them my best as well. And we want to progress and learn and do great things together. I value each child's intelligence. So it's not just the verbal linguistic intelligences or the logical mathematical intelligences that's always tested, sadly, just that top left portion of a personality of many types. But there's also many artistic intelligences and the athletic and the natural and the forms of communication and introspection and reflection and artistic intelligences that school rarely supports or taps into. So that's my whole challenge for you as parents, to think about that, to look at the calendar, school calendar, and say, yeah, that they're going to learn math and some reading skills. But this means for parents, as a father of four children, my wife and I, we thought about this a lot. We've got to utilize that time for arts and getting culture and great thinking and great times together as a family, having fun too. So that mindful life that you can have, I have discussions about this in other videos and life skills, that take that 89% of the calendar year with your child and use that wisely. You want to have that time to where you have it together and really have fun together. So let me know what you think about this, the information I share in this video. I think it's important information, and I think that people will hopefully take it into account. So thank you for watching today, and let me know what you think. Subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.